Hey, how are you doing today? My name's Keelan Blackwell. I'm president and co-founder of the Chicago Eco House, a nonprofit based here in Inglewood with the mission of using sustainability to alleviate inner city poverty. And today, I have the pleasure of giving you a tour of our wonderful farms. Now, what makes the Eco House farm unique is that we take over vacant lots and convert them into 100% sustainable and off-grid flower farms. And I'm going to show you what that actually means in practice. Today, we actually have 4 farms across Chicago. We have 2 in Woodlawn, we have 1 here in Inglewood, and then we also have 1 on the west side in West Garfield Park. Also, last year, we actually opened up our first site in Detroit on the east side. So in total, we actually have 5 farms that we work with, and they're all based off of this model. So there's a lot of different features about the Eco House flower farm that makes it unique from a technology standpoint. It all starts with our rainwater system. We have a solar-powered rainwater catchment irrigation system. Behind me, you see a series of totes that are all connected. These are IBC tanks that each can hold 275 gallons. So when we connect about a series of 10 totes, that means we have a maximum capacity of 2,750 gallons of rainwater that we can store. Now, where do we get our rainwater, you may ask? Well, we ask the neighbor. So at each farm, we just basically ask the adjacent buildings to turn the downspout. Every property owner that we've talked to obliges, because for them it's a way to not have to worry about having flooded basements when there's like a heavy rain. So we'll just turn the downspout, connect it to our totes, and then that's how we get our water. So in terms of power generation, we have solar panels that we attach to the rooftop of our shed that is connected to a series of car batteries inside the shed that we use to store our electricity. Now, our car batteries are attached to an electric pump, which is connected to our water tanks, and we use the electric pump to move the water from the tanks to our several flower beds in order to provide water irrigation for our crops. This helps us to eliminate 2 of the biggest operating costs that we have as a farm, which is power as well as water. So at Eco House, we do not have a ComEd bill, we do not have a City of Chicago water bill, and this proves that when we do something that's good for the environment, it's also good for our pocketbooks. So it's not just the sustainable technology that makes Eco House special. Our true secret sauce is that we use growing practices that harmonize with Mother Nature as we use regenerative agriculture to grow our flowers. Now, this entails us using mulch year-round, which helps to cover our beds so that they're not baking in the hot sun during the summer, as well as using year-round cover cropping. In this case, we like to use white clover on our farms. We also do not do any tilling whatsoever at our sites, and we practice using integrated pest management systems. All this means that we do not have to use any chemical fertilizers as well as harmful pesticides or fungicides on our farms. So everything that we do here from a growing perspective is the way it should be done as Mother Nature intended it. Now that I showed you a little bit of our farm, let me take you to our brain center, which we call home base, which is the actual physical Eco House where we both live and work. So if you would come and follow me, I'm going to take you to where we do a lot of our experimental operations. Currently, some of the experiments that we have going on at Eco House include our backyard chicken operation, where we're trying to figure out how we can raise chickens both profitably as well as environmentally sustainably in an urban environment. We also have our small-scale composting operation, where we'll take the waste from the chicken coop, also known as chicken poop, mix it with organic matter as well as wood chips, and then put it into our composting bins that we will use as a rich fertilizer for our farms. Now there's other experiments we have going on here, but you don't have clearance for that. So all of these practices that we have here is designed for us to harmonize with Mother Nature instead of compete with her. When we do this, Mother Nature yields her abundance, and it's from this abundance that we're able to meet the material needs of our community. We do this through our three-tier programming model. First is our award-winning environmental education after-school program, where we introduce K-8 youth to urban agriculture. Next, we have our workforce development program that targets 16 to 24-year-olds, where they're trained as both flower farmers as well as florists. Finally, we set up our own in-house flower shop called Southside Blooms, which is designed to hire the very young people that we train so that they can work within the floral industry, where they can do events, make bouquets for direct-to-consumer orders, and do a bunch of other things within the expanding multi-billion-dollar flower industry. Thank you for taking the time to get a little glimpse into our world, and I hope that inspires you to bring sustainable change into yours. See you later.